Good morning. Hello. Hello. Sarah, good morning. Talk a little today. Go through the news if we can. I'm going to try a slightly different approach, see how this works out. You gotta, so all we can do is talk right now. For the most part. You gotta do your thing. You gotta prepare. Support the outrage as little as you can. Support some common sense. Support talking. Support dialogue. All right, let me see. Let me share this time a little bit. Oh my goodness. You not for 1 minute can you let people make them think you're taking them seriously. It's like, no, you're raising a little stormtrooper bastard. We don't have to deal with him too. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Helen and Marilyn. Brother Nick. I love Indian music, Nick. I love this. I love it. It just makes me feel good in the morning. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know why, Nick. It just makes me feel good. It's kind of happy, but it's kind of serious. It makes me feel like I'm intelligent, because Indian music, it'll do that to you. It's like, yeah, deeper thought. Sanskrit text. Yes. Buddhism, Hindu, Christianity, everybody's in the house. Islam. Makes you feel good. So I like the music. Gotta have good music. Music is important. Music lives matter. Stormtroopers' lives don't matter. Keep that in mind. Music matters. Stormtroopers' lives don't matter. That's why they put on costumes. They get them dressed up. They get them well educated and trained in the pew, 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 pew. Remember the G.I. Joe? You see like the red and blue lasers going back and forth. Yeah, nobody got hit in that. Stormtroopers get hit all the time. So anyway, how's everybody doing this morning? Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Eileen and Rebecca. Yeah, Michael should take care of algae and red tide. I agree. I don't know who Michael is, Rebecca. But he should. Michael, damn it, take care of red tide. Where you at, Michael? You need to go to Florida and stop. We're in a water crisis, y'all. Y'all check that out. We are literally in a water crisis all over this planet. Everywhere. People don't have water. Dirty water. Chlorine in the water. Fluoride in the water. No water. My goodness, from Africa to America. We are in a water war, a water crisis. So we need to get in the street and yell about Kavanaugh. I'm sorry. I might spend a little time on Kavanaugh. I didn't know there was all these Kavanaugh protests. I got wind of them, but I didn't see it. And I didn't see all the debates and the rebuttals and the whole reasons why Kavanaugh shouldn't be. So I thought that was kind of interesting and funny. But don't be a stormtrooper. This is what I was thinking about today. Don't be a stormtrooper. Damn it, don't raise any stormtroopers. We got enough problems. Y'all raising these little stormtrooper bastards. Not bastards, they're little kids. They're little kids. Y'all, they're babies. I don't care nothing about your ignorant outrage. It's not ignorant. I'm sorry, it's not ignorant. What is it called? It's knee science. Knee science. Brother taught me a new word yesterday. Knee science. Knee science. What is knee science? Knee science is when they just don't know. It's a form of ignorance where you have no idea. So you don't know, you don't know that you don't know. But ignorance, because you know you don't know. You know you're a stormtrooper. You know you're foul. You know you just don't give a damn. You're fighting for the criminal elite lords and kings of one side or the other who all end up working for Senator Palpatine. I think that's his name, isn't it? I'm messing up my Star Wars. and then there's just ignorance, So I don't know. Sometimes I go back and forth. I was trying to figure out yesterday. Are we in a knee science apocalypse? Are we in an ignorant apocalypse? Which one are we in? Do they really don't know that they're fighting for the kings and the lords? Do they really don't know that their kids are going to end up being the stormtroopers that get taken out first, probably? Do they not know? Are they knee science? Or are they ignorant? Do they really know? And they just don't care? Which one? Do they not know that we have we are probably the darkest age in the history of the human race? Because the things that we do are in mass now. It's not one tribe fighting another tribe, raping, stealing women. Now I got nations destroying other nations. We're going into a World War III. I was looking at what was they talking about? A blockade of Russia ships? Are you kidding me? Because the sanctions aren't working, because they're starting to read a book and starting to realize, damn it, if we give Russia some sanctions, Russia's gonna figure out, we don't need y'all. We put sanctions on Europe, the EU, they'll figure out, it'll hurt at first, but then they'll figure out, whoa, we don't need you. That torture actually doesn't work. It actually creates sustainable individuals that when you, because that's what the CIA found out, right? And the KGB and the rest of them murdery bastards, is when you put somebody under the lights and you start poking them, whatever you're gonna do, they always come up with little nasty torture tools. That after a while, it becomes sustainable. The human being starts to adapt, starts to realize, hold on, that doesn't hurt as much as I thought it was. That needle looks sharp. Pointed at my testicles. But I find it's painful, but then the body starts to adjust, you know, because your body is made up of trillions of microbiology and human cells that adjust, start flipping genes in your head, start turning off the pain receptors, start releasing some of those chemicals that you don't feel it. And then torture becomes sustainable. Like, oh, wait a minute, I can sustain in this a little bit. Now I don't know where the terror is at, damn it. But that's what starts to happen. And so I guess they figured out that, so now it's a good idea. We're gonna blockade Russia. Oh my gosh, the hell is wrong with people? Don't be a stormtrooper. That's what I was thinking about today, though. Because they were rioting. They're riots. Well, not riots, but just really intense, outrageous parade marches with some signs and urine balloons and what was it? In my country, was it Antifa and other people screaming America. I don't even know who they are. It's just Antifa, other people. Antifa, anything red, white, and blue. It's not an anti-Antifa thing. It's not an anti-red, white, blue thing. It's an don't be a stormtrooper thing. Don't be a stormtrooper, right? Because underneath the suit, you're a human being. Underneath that suit, you might actually be something interesting. Underneath that suit, but they give you the suit, right? Because if they can give you the suit, then you get into war. The other side can't really see that you're human. They can't tell what you are. They don't care what you are. You got on a suit, so they're ready to fight. They got on their suit. Yours is white, theirs is black. You got red stripes, others, all kind of different stormtroopers. And then you begin to fight. Doesn't matter who you're fighting now. Isn't this how wars are fought? Isn't this how you get people to kill other people that they don't know? And aren't they made sustainable by you taking that ignorance given to you by kings and lords that have been murdering all of us since the beginning of time and then teaching it to your kids? I don't know. Is it knee science or is it ignorance? I could be pronouncing it wrong. I'm not that smart. I don't know. But I wonder. Send them to school. Darth Vader give you the degree. I'm educated now. Anybody noticing this one? It actually is the people who got the highest degrees that I have the most trouble with. Not trouble in terms of having a discussion, but trouble in terms of them taking in anything. Because if my degree is higher than your degree, if I got the PHLMN, no PD, D, double D, triple D, 4D, if I got more D's than you, I don't have to listen to you. I know more than you do. Dustin, you must have my train of thought, Dustin. Dustin talking about G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe versus Cobra. Cobra! Let's go fight! It's gonna work out good for us. I didn't know what Antifa and the USA people were fighting over. I have no idea. Stupid. Fascism fighting fascists. Bigots fighting bigots. I don't care. It's not interesting to me. It's just might be a little entertaining. Somebody asked me the other day, it was one of the brothers asked me, he says, I don't know what y'all are so desperate for. Desperate. No desperation in me. I actually find all of this pretty entertaining. I do. And I laugh. And I laugh hard because I'm not going to take you seriously. I have no interest in taking you seriously. I take you seriously, you'll take you seriously. I don't take you seriously. This whole Kavanaugh thing, all around the world. The only thing I take seriously is when y'all are killing people. It's the only thing I take seriously. We take a little different approach to the news today. I don't always want to talk about what I want to talk about. Like, I look at things and I try to figure out what is actually important, what's political, and what's important. Nothing political is important. So no political party is important. No politician is important. None of them. They're all side effects. I laugh at them, but they're unimportant. None of them are important. Not in a human rights apocalypse. We got to get out of the... We got to take on the knee science people. Leave the ignorant people alone. The ignorant people, they're willful ignorant. They're willful. They have no interest in changing. They know you're right. They know you have the facts. They know you're telling the truth. They don't care. Run with the knee science people. They might disagree with you. They might still have a stormtroopers, because I think that's what those are the stormtroopers we're looking for. You're looking for the stormtroopers at a knee science, right? You're looking for those guys. But how do you know? How do you know which ones don't know, and they don't know they don't know? Or the ones who know and they don't give a damn, they just want to win. They got their jersey on, they want to be right. How do you know the difference? You don't know the difference unless you talk to them. You got to talk to them. And they have to listen. Right? And the only way that works is if you talk to them out of respect. You don't talk to them from your bigoted center. So I keep saying all the time, I'm a bigot. Let's come forward, everybody get your candle. We're all bigots. We are. We are. You say you're a bigot, it allows people who are super bigots to come forward and admit it too. But we all are, because we're raised to be. But we got to stop being. Nobody fights over coffee. Share the cup. Yes, Brother Glenn. And that's interesting. Good analogy, right? Because when you have your coffee going and you're having a dialogue, the adults aren't fighting. You can't make them act like children and get in the street and yell and scream, outrage. Hey ho, Kavanaugh has got to go. Hey ho. Or get them yelling at Trump, yelling at Obama, yelling. I'm laughing hard a little bit at neoliberals a little more than other people in my country, but they're the ones with the outrage right now. They're the ones who are funny. They're the ones out there yelling and screaming like children. It was y'all conservatives just a couple years ago. Oh my God. Oh, you know, I gotta show you something. I gotta show you something. I was laughing so hard yesterday. Who posted this one? I think it was a Sissy posted this one. Had me rolling. The outrage posted. Y'all see that? Let me show it to you. This one right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Y'all see this one right here? So I can move it over so you can see it. 2016. 2017. 2018. 2019. 2020. 2021. It's got the little sign that says, "You are here." Right there. Don't be a stormtrooper. Don't be a stormtrooper. Come on, people. You know better than this. Address the system, not the people, because the people who rule will not help us. Exactly, Michelle. Y'all listen to Michelle Renee. Address the system. The system is the problem. It's not the people. It's not the politicians. It's not the rich. It's the system. All of those other stormtroopers will fight the hell out of you. And they all got their own stormtroopers. They all got their own laser guns. They all got their own armies. And that's a fight. And the system wins. Fight the system. Look at the root cause of things. So let's see what y'all want to talk about, or we can go into the news. I was thinking about a different approach today. I was thinking about just pulling up the news page and letting y'all drive it. Get tired of driving. You ever get tired of driving? Just don't want to drive no more. I'm more interested in what other people have to say, not me. Let's see if I can pull up Al Jazeera's page. Amen. The sister is the system. The sister is evil. Sister Alexa said, "Amen. The system is evil." Exactly. It's the system, and it's the system that is where you fix everything. You don't fix anything. Nothing significant at the rich level. You damn sure don't fix nothing significant at the poor level if you don't have $1 billion. You don't fix anything at the employee level, which are the politicians. You don't fix anything at the political party level, which are the employee unions, but they all still work for the system. Focus on the system. No more this, hey, something insignificant's gotta go. Hey, ho, ho, something insignificant's gotta go. Hey. All right, so here's the news right here. So I was kind of flipping through it this morning. UN voices serious concerns over disappearance of Khashoggi. I don't believe anything the UN said, but the UN every now and then they're helpful. Every now and then they might say something that's decent. I don't know that they're really all that interested, right? I think there are some good people who work in the UN, and I think on occasion they'll say things that help us, but for the most part, the UN is still a part of the system. Right? They only let so much out. They keep us Nisayan. Am I saying it right? Y'all help me. I don't know. So I mess up the grammar. People get on me. They say, damn it! You learn your grammar. You learn the king's grammar. Learn the king's English. I don't like your king. I got a little secret for you. I don't like your king, and I don't like his English. So I try. I want to be able to communicate because people try to translate what you post into other languages. But I don't like your king. So you're not going to get me agree to want to take your king serious or his language or his grammar. I think your king should go to hell. That's what I think. And if there's not a real hell, I think we need to make one and put him. Because he's raising stormtroopers. He's getting other people, smart people, to raise stormtroopers. Don't ever forget that these people aren't ignorant. They're just a lot of them knee science. How will Jamal Khashoggi's case affect Turkey and the Saudi ties? Good question. And I don't know. Remember, always keep in mind that we never know what's going on. Right? I try to remind myself that it might not even be that Jamal Khashoggi was killed by Saudi. He might still be in there. They might still be torturing him. Let's not go off on any radical extremes and start no fake news. Turkey could have killed him. Maybe Turkey killed him to get America and Saudi fighting. Maybe Russia killed him to get everybody off of Russia's back. Maybe China killed him because you have no idea. They could have just abducted him, threw him in a bag, threw him in a van. We have no idea yet. Because we allow for secrets. We live in a world where secrets are okay, and I don't think they're okay. I believe in WikiLeaks. Happy birthday, WikiLeaks. I didn't know it was WikiLeaks' birthday yesterday, y'all. Everybody wish happy birthday to WikiLeaks, the one organization that's saying that if citizens, the peasants and us serfs actually don't get to know what's true, so you can get stormtroopers off there yelling and fighting at stupid things that won't change anything, then the kings can't have any secrets. The lords can't have any secrets. Don't just focus on WikiLeaks. Focus on the deeper message they're trying to give us. We don't live in a time where governments can have secrets. Maybe Russia did do it. I don't know. I don't care anything about Russian meddling. I think Russia should meddle. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care about the kings meddling in other kings' business. Why do I care about the lords and the rulers and our owners meddling in each other's businesses, each other's coffers? It's not my money, not my coffer. It's not my borders. I don't give a damn. I don't have $1 billion in the bank. Why would I care? I think they should meddle. I think the more they meddle with each other, the less they're meddling with me. You know what I do care about? I care about people having water. I care about people having clean water. I care about people having life. I care about women not being raped. I care about 14-year-olds not getting guns from the biggest gun dealers, Germany, America, UK, Russia, and all the rest of them. That's what I care about. So as long as the kings are meddling in my constitution, your democracy, if it's a real democracy, whatever kind of government y'all have, that's what I care about. You meddling in mine, I don't care about what the king's meddling in yours. You meddling all up in my body, telling me what kind of vaccines I gotta have, what kind of chemicals and drugs you can put in the food, spray in the crops, poison the water in the ocean. Why do I care? I don't focus. I have no interest in the battle of billionaires. I don't have all right, I'm lying. I'm about to lie. I got a favorite billionaire. I do. And he just landed a rocket, y'all. He did. I know. I'm lying. I like Elon Musk. I do. I think he's crazy. I don't trust him. He shouldn't have $1 billion. but he's one of the ones who's warning people. He's not out there saying, hey, everything's okay, everybody, we're gonna be okay. Elon Musk is the only billionaire with enough mental illness that's just saying, you know what, we're not gonna be okay. This is not cool. The AI is gonna kill everybody. And trying to get the hell off the planet, go live on Mars. He's the only one who's saying some truth. So he's my favorite, but he's still crazy. But I don't care when they fight. I don't care. I want them to fight. I want somebody worse than Trump. That's what I want. They're like, no, he's breaking up everything. He's just ruining everything. It should be ruined. We're killing the planet. They're making some more stormtroopers in Russia because they're making so many stormtroopers in America. Now everybody else is making storm. We are going towards World War III. No, we need a bull in the China shop to get the billionaires fighting each other so we can talk. We can have a little dialogue. We can see the bones that fall out the closet, realize that they're lying to all the stormtroopers. We need the stormtroopers to see that they have costumes on. All right, I'm getting off into a rant. I want to look at the news. I care about the right things. Thank you, Brother Nick. I hope I do. I don't know if I do. I try. I listen to y'all. That's why I look at your posts and everything. Oh, man. You know what? Brother Nick, somebody sent me down a great... I didn't know back in the 80s, they were just so on it. They knew it. They knew it. They had all the right questions. Young people and entertainment. And I think rightly after that, that's when they ended it. Right after that, they realized, you know what? These kids are waking up. They're questioning vaccines. They're questioning the poison. They're questioning the water. They're questioning the medicine. They're questioning big beef. And they shut it all down. And that's when the whole entertainment industry in Hollywood, like, nope, we are not having a new generation of hippies. We are not doing that. We are not having a new generation of critical thought. You know, the millennials can change all of this. They could. I think the biggest voting bloc actually in the United States, which probably means the other countries, because the United States, they have babies like just nobody's business, which probably means in Europe, y'all have dropping babies too. They could change all. The biggest voting bloc in the United States in 2020, I think is there. 2020, I think it's going to be. It's going to be the millennials. Y'all could change this. That's why I'm talking about Star Wars, Stormtroopers, because otherwise y'all won't watch it. Y'all can change everything. Don't let them lie to you. Where's my? I go back. Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them raise you like this. Where my stormtroopers? Where my baby stormtroopers? Baby stormtroopers! I gotta hide the news for a minute. We're gonna talk about the news. Don't let them raise you like this. Just came in. Don't be that. This is what your parents did to you. Your parents are lying bastards. I know. Trust me. I went to school with your parents. They didn't do too good. They didn't do too good. Nah, they didn't. Some of them, they stole my papers. They got C's in civics. They had no idea. They had the humanities and sociology, and especially in philosophy. Your parents failed. They're good people, though. I love them. We love them. We want to take care of them. They're getting old and everything. We're going to take care of them, millennials. Don't believe them. They're lying. They've been told to lie to people. But it was a good interview. They even talked about I think they hit GMOs a little bit. Brother John Robbins said, I didn't know this. I got in trouble for this yesterday. You realize that it takes more water to make one hamburger than 2 months of showering. 2 months. Now imagine that. Now, mind you, everybody shower at different intervals. Queen Elizabeth said I shower once a month, even if I don't need it. So not Queen Elizabeth showers. No. I'm talking about real showers. Didn't know that because of all the food, all the water it takes to raise all the crops, the corn and soy, whatever they feed them now. I'm not talking about sustainable farms. I'm not talking about family farming. We're talking about factory complex farming, farming industrial complex. But it takes more water to make one hamburger than to take 2 months of showers. And this was back in the 80s. Can you imagine now? How sick is that? Water is life. Yeah. See, Crystal's still on. She said, voting has changed so much. It hasn't. It hasn't. That's why I know people still, they got on me all day yesterday. I said, I think y'all should go vote. I do personally. I don't think that the violent way out of this is the right way. And I don't think the collapse way is the right way. People aren't going to learn how to grow food. They're not going to take care of themselves if their currency collapses. I think that you just have to vote ways they don't want you to vote. Right? Let's think about empirical. Let's think about the empirical evidence. You say it the right way, Crystal. If you keep voting for the parties you've been voting for, because this applies to every country, your world is going to continue to go the way it's gone. Right? Definition of insanity. If you do the same things and you expect a different result, you're going to go insane. And damn it, you're going to take me there too. And I don't want to go there. Try to stay calm. You know, there's a mental ill apocalypse right now in, I don't know if it was the West Bank or Gaza they were talking about. We can look at that. That was in the news too. The kids are going crazy. In fact, I want to go there. Let's go there. I was going to skip down through the news. I think that's important. Why? Because this is how you make a real effective stormtrooper. You really screw them up. You get them angry. You don't let them have food. You don't let them have water. The things that they need to be sustainable and okay. And then if you can actually get them really, really crazy in the world, then you can step back and say, look, see, I told you. The Arabs are crazy. The Muslims are crazy. Look what they're doing. And you're supposed to be the root cause person to step back and say, you know what? They're not crazy. They were driven crazy. There's a difference. This applies all over the board. Charlottesville, all the riots that are happening. Oh, we got to get the white nationalists, get some urine balloons. No, those kids were driven crazy by poverty and scarcity. We got to get those immigrants and blacks shooting the police. No. Those kids in the ghettos and the barrios were driven crazy. Look, let me show you this. I want to show you this. This is important. You see how they play everybody against each other around the world on your emotions. Oh, I hit the wrong one. I want to show that. I'm going to do it like that. I think this is this one right there. That's a better one. All right, let's check this out for a minute.
A recent Friday protest in Gaza near the border fence with Israel. Israeli snipers shot more than 50 protesters, killing one. As usual, many suffered leg wounds. Amid the chaos, a small group broke through the fence into Israeli territory. Atala Fayumi says he was one of those who got through. He had his leg amputated after being shot during a protest in April, but he keeps going back. His family says he wants to die. He's even written notes to be published after his death.
I lost part of my body. Why should I live? Either let me out of Gaza to get an artificial limb, or I'll keep going to the border.
Al Jazeera filmed with Atala just after he was injured, following him through surgery. He was defiant then, but his family soon noticed changes in his behavior. His mother says he became demanding and prone to outbursts of temper at home, but it's worse, she says, when he goes out.
I used to be a normal mother. Now I live in fear. As soon as he leaves the house, I start getting anxious. I keep trying to convince him not to go to the border, but he doesn't listen.
Gaza's health ministry says at least 5,000 Palestinians have been injured by Israeli gunfire since the start of the protests in March. 68 have had a leg amputated. Psychiatrist Sami Oweda is helping to research the effects on their mental health.
Severe traumatic experience, sometimes depression, and sometimes, unfortunately, if it won't be work on that, they will develop a kind of suicidal ideation or suicidal attempt.
Though acute, this is but one factor among many in Gaza's broader mental health crisis. The World Health Organization talks of the huge effect on mental health of the Israeli blockade. The last 12 years have seen 3 wars, mounting joblessness, rising despair.
What does that sound like? That sounds like every country. Only it's hyped up, significantly amped up. Impoverished areas, impoverished countries. Because if you can get them to act crazy, you can get your people to act like stormtroopers. They're crazy. See, I told you it was them. Them. The other color stormtroopers. Interesting things. Interesting things. The things that we do to children. Raising them in conditions that no child on this planet ever has to be in. None of this has to happen. All of this is manufactured. We do this to kids because they want a sustainable war. You know, again, it's not, I'm not a blame the Zionists for everything. No, I'm not. You got Hamas, you got all the leaders. All the leaders are psychopathic. All of them. All of them want stormtroopers. All of them want you to fight each other, not to talk to each other. That's what I'm saying. You have to talk. Like you're saying, Girardian, the rulers want you to vote, want us to vote. Yes, they do, Rebecca. But don't they want me to vote the way they want me to vote? I'm not saying cast a vote at the ballot for a Democrat, Republican. I'm not saying cast a vote, because remember, everything is voting. You can just go to the poll. You can get a bunch of dead babies, you can bunch of babies and like put red paint on them, lay them all around you, and you can just lay down. Little sign. Voting is murder. Cast your vote. I'm not saying to go pull the ballot. I personally think I probably will. Because I look at little young brothers like that, and I'm just like, he shouldn't be raised in that. He shouldn't have to deal with that. And for the most part, I'm gonna look at the sentient side of it, like I said yesterday. And if your plan is based on murdering people, raping people, and giving them guns, I'm not gonna vote for you. If you're with a group that's doing that, I'm not voting for you because you apparently don't get it, or you're too scared to get it. You're knee-signed, or you don't know. But if it'll put somebody on the stage that will actually raise this brother's plight, then I think that's my job to do that. That's what I think. So who am I going to vote? I don't know anything about that. I haven't paid any attention. I avoid politics like the plague. I didn't even look at the news in the country. Yesterday was Columbus Day. Did y'all know that? I didn't even know that. I didn't know. This is how I know it's working. I don't look at my country's news. They can't drive me in the ways they are. Nobody told me yesterday, happy Columbus Day. That's proof positive right there. We can change things, which is pretty funny because I saw somebody posted, it's like happy Indigenous Person Day. And I was like, oh, really? Oh, damn, I didn't know that. Y'all done gave Indigenous people a day? That's awesome. And I posted it, I shared it. I didn't even know. That makes me feel good. I don't know. I don't know who's running for anything. I don't want to know. I don't have time for politics. A lot of other people do. I don't. As long as people around the world don't have water or food, they don't have a house, they can't leave their house, little girls can't go to school because they're being grabbed by America's warlords who are actually taking them in and raping them, and Germany's and Britain's. No. We don't have time for politics. I don't even know who's running. I'm just going to look at the important things, not the politics. I'm going to go down what do they have, little issue things, and I'm going to see if they are knee-signed on the real issues. If they are knee-signed on the real issues, if they don't even know about what's important, if they're just talking politics, they're talking health care and gun rights and like American bigot topics, right? I don't care. What can we do in the United States for our women here? Screw all the women all around the world. Screw the women in Saudi who don't even get to drive cars. Like, you know how crazy that is, that we would actually sit here and be upset? Like, to me, it's a thing. Like, I just think you don't tell anybody what to do. If a woman wants to pull out a boobie and feed the baby, that's up to the woman and the baby, right? This whole, we were talking about it yesterday, whole sexualization of somebody else's body parts. Shut up, stupid. Nobody cares about what you think. All we care about is you leave people alone, let them live their lives the way they choose to. It's not your business. But to me, that's important, but it's not even an issue compared to little girls being raised in Saudi Arabia, being taught that they're not even worth being able to drive a freaking car. Prioritization. We need to work on prioritization. I'm not into bigotry. That's why, like I said, I don't focus on America. For the most part, America's okay outside of the starvation of people. Right? A lot of people don't have food. A lot of people don't have houses. So I'll think about that. But politics, I don't care nothing about. Exactly, Carrie. How real are their promos? They're not even real. They're not even real people. They don't talk about real issues. They talk about politics. That's not real. None of that's real. All of that's artificial. It's all designed to make you a stormtrooper and go fight for some murdery bastard. Make you stupid. I like being stupid. Look at the stormtrooper. Stormtroopers over here. Let me see where. So they're out there fighting, throwing some urine balloons. We aren't getting it. So it was a great crosstalk. I posted that. Y'all should watch that. Great crosstalk. Once again, just hitting the details, hitting the real the real things that are happening in America, because Russia will talk about the real things. Russian news will talk about the real things about America and what they're up to and the empires around the world. Because Russia, I think to a degree, is opposing them in a lot of places. Let me see, where is it? Oh, the war on journalism, that's real. Victoria Marinova, they killed her. She was the latest journalist victim. I think they arrested somebody. U.S. rejects Iran's legal claim to recover $2 billion in frozen assets. Of course, America is going to reject that because America won't review. Well, because the bombing, right? They said Iran was complicit in the bombing of the barracks, killed 200 American soldiers. First question I have is, how many soldiers? Okay, so Iran killed 200 American soldiers. How many American soldiers has Israel killed? How many American citizens has Israel killed? How many American citizens has Saudi Arabia killed? How many troops? Priorities. And besides the fact, the problems in the Middle East, we started anyways. Oh, they've been fighting for years. They've been fighting for thousands of years. Right. And we keep going in, funneling guns to both sides, making it worse. So I don't think that's really important. I think that's stupid. Oh yeah, the U.S. officials are chiming in, concern for Saudi Arabia's journalists. Hopefully that'll be good. Even Lindsey Graham said something. I don't want to dare see his face because I don't even know what he looks like. Murdery bastard. I don't want to know what he looks like. But he even chimed in. Evil. Every now and then Darth Vader say something good. Then Darth Vader say, he said, Luke, I am your father. Right? Even Darth Vader do something good. Darth Vader give you a degree every now and then. So I don't care nothing about what Lindsey Graham got to say. What else? Oh, where were we going? I was heading somewhere. Where were we heading to? What was we talking about? We were talking about something. Senegal, water problems. Yeah. Ethnic cleansing, Bosnia. But once again, Bosnia. Break up into different countries shouldn't exist. Nations shouldn't exist. They're going away anyway, but they shouldn't exist. We need to break them up. Let people live how they want to live. Where's the protest? Oh, yeah, here we go. Ooh, let's do a Kavanaugh. Hey, ho, Kavanaugh.
Democrats have become the party of open borders, crime, and abolishing our brave men and women of ICE and other law enforcement agencies. Liberals care more about illegal immigrants than they do about our own citizens. It's time to put America first. Tell Democrats to stop obstructing the agenda that you, the American people, voted for, and to finish building the wall, funding the wall, getting it done, and also, just to put it in a larger context, we need border security. We want people to come into our country, but we want them to come in based on merit and nothing else.
Kavanaugh has been sworn.
I'm sorry. I don't want Trump people mad. I don't take it seriously. I don't take any of it seriously. Again, borders shouldn't exist. They're just murdery bastards. But he's saying what's supposed to be said, right? He's saying but the good thing is he's not saying it slick like a snake. He's saying it in a way that people can kind of see through it, like, yeah, okay, all right. We don't need no big old wall. We don't need that. And that's the other thing in the news, the immigration thing. Humans been migrating since the beginning of time. It's not even news, but I laugh at it. I think it's important because people don't believe them. And as long as you are anti-establishment, anti-government, then I'm happy. Y'all get like a slick, murdery bastard on television speaking real slick, that little nasty, cute talk that y'all just fall in love with, get you all moist and stuff. I don't want no politicians. I don't want no lawyers. I want somebody breaking stuff up. I want, yes, S-hole countries. I need truth. I need truth. I need the truth that's talked in the bars, right? I don't need the truth that's just being talked about at Yale. I don't give a damn about that. I got a friend who said that. I said, that's okay. When we done with Trump, we're going to get Trump out. We're going to put in a PhD. I'm like, oh my gosh. All right. Like, you have no idea that they're going to murder us. They're going to murder us and put PhDs on our face. They're going to put their certificates right on our faces after they kill all us and they hand everything to big business and corporations. All right, so let's go to the news.
As a U.S. Supreme Court judge by one of the narrowest margins in the country's history, with hundreds of people protesting on Capitol Hill. That's after the FBI failed to find convincing evidence that Kavanaugh committed sexual assault. Senators who took the floor represented a deep polarization, representing the whole country.
Hang on, before we go there, so they went for sexual assault. They maybe didn't get him. This is what you should have done. If you say Kavanaugh real fast, what it sound like? Like Kavanaugh. What does that sound like to you? Kavanaugh. That's Russian, man. That's Russian. Y'all should have. He's right. You know what? I think Kavanaugh's a Russian. That's what y'all should have done. That's what y'all messed up. Y'all went after something that y'all do every damn day in Africa. Y'all should have went after him. You should have went after him for being a Russian. I bet you'd have found something. All right, watch this.
When the history of the Senate is written, this chapter will be a flashing red warning light of what to avoid. Truly, Judge Kavanaugh's confirmation is a low moment for the Senate, for the court, for the country.
Okay, so Kavanaugh's appointment was a low moment, not 9/11 and how many 5 million people who murdered since. That wasn't a low moment. That was a high moment. They love that moment. That was a good moment. We love that moment. But oh no, Kavanaugh was a low moment. Wasn't a low moment when people dying all over the planet, when the USS Liberty was blown up by Israel and not one damn congressman ever goes to the USS Liberty Memorial. That was not a low moment. That was a high moment. But Kavanaugh was a low moment.
Just don't see how we can put somebody on the Supreme Court who thinks that the president is above the law.
What? The whole Supreme Court is above the law. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't care nothing about. First of all, number two, the president is not significant in the law. Let's number one. Let's just put that out. Just put it out there. Presidents don't have anything to say about anything. But he believes the president is above the law. The Supreme Court thinks that everybody in Washington is above the Constitution. I don't care nothing about that. You stupid lady. I don't know who you are, but you say stupid stuff.
Should expect a nominee for our highest court to be honest. I do not believe Judge Kavanaugh has met this standard.
He puts. All right, so honesty is the standard now. Y'all, everybody, shh, y'all stop it. America said honesty is the standard. America is the standard. Honesty is the standard. Are you kidding me? There's not one person in Washington that tells the truth about any damn thing. Half of them cheating on their wives or their husbands, running around eating kids and pedophiles and all that and the other crazy stuff. We don't get to know nothing true about it. The only thing that we know true about Washington is what WikiLeaks released. Happy birthday, WikiLeaks. That's dumb, stupid.
Scale of justice in always with a bias towards corporate interests.
I knew.
Bias towards corporate interests. First of all, your both political parties are owned by those corporate interests. I think that's oh, don't make me go to Cory Booker. Don't make me go back to Booker. I love that. Oh, this is fun. This is what I'm saying. This is fun. This is entertaining to me. People just lying. Corporate.
Honest and dedicated public servant.
I was proud.
All right, Kavanaugh's honest and dedicated. That's why he wrote the Patriot Act. He was such an honest, dedicated person, getting drunk at keggers back at. Nobody coming out of Yale is honest. They're all lying, murdery bastards. Stop it.
Be at the White House as President Trump announced the nomination of this exceptionally qualified judge.
I do not.
You're not exceptional nor qualified. No, dummy, because he came out of Yale. How many Americans actually came out of Yale? Where has he been in the world? Did he read the Constitution? Does he know anything about the Bill of Rights? No, he does not. He was a judge, which means he was complicit with all of this. That's BS. He is not qualified. You are qualified to sit on the Supreme Court if you're homeless. You're qualified to sit on the Supreme Court if you're a teacher. You're qualified if you live the average American life. You're qualified if you actually... What does he get in civics? What I want to know. What did he get in civics class? That's what I want to know. So, but to me, it's stupid. Like I said, it doesn't really matter because nobody on the Supreme Court is qualified because none of them Americans. They're all corporate shills, all of them.
Not see an open mind. I do not see fairness. I see a partisan ideologue who will do judicial backflips to rule in favor of large corporations, the powerful and the elite. Confirming.
Rule in favor of powerful and do backflips for corporations. Hey, we don't see that in Washington ever. That's not happening. I ain't seen that in Washington ever. That'll never happen by both parties all the damn time. Now, we don't never see that happen.
Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court will further erode and undermine the court's legitimacy and continue to diminish the American people's trust in it.
American people don't trust the Supreme Court. They don't trust any court. They don't say it's justice behind your back. They say it's just us. Just dash us. Okay? Nobody believes in the Supreme Court. Nobody believes in any court. Why? Because y'all have millions of kids in prisons rotting right now under the age of 26 without frontal lobes. Stop it. Or you're sending them to war, right? That's the only thing that poor kids in America choices they get. They can go murder people or they can go to prison and live with the booty patrol. That's the only choices that they have. So stop it. Nobody. I'm sorry. I flipped. All right. I'm sorry. I can't stand it. It's just when they start lying, they start bringing out that kabuki theater stuff. They pick up their little stormtrooper scripts. All right.
Police arrested more than 150 demonstrators on the steps of the U.S. Capitol in Washington on Saturday. Some protesters continually stalled the voting by shouting from the Senate gallery, and the chair, U.S. Vice President Mike Pence, had to ask for order at least a dozen times.
What they saying? They say Gaza lives matter. I think that's what they said. They was like Gaza lives matter. No, that wasn't it. What did they say? Congo lives matter. I think that they didn't say that. No. Sex trafficking, little girls, their lives matter. Did they say that? No. Did they? Water matters. No, they didn't. No, they put a stormtrooper costume on and they probably said Black lives matter because you don't seem to get it. What did they say? White lives matter. Bigotry, which is again, we're just. Hey ho, bigotry has got to go. Hey, ho. All right, shh. What did Pence say? Pence about to say that. Y'all shut up. When they impeach Trump and they fix all the problems in the world, let's see what Pence got to say. Shh. All right.
Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery.
What?
Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery. The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery. The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery.
Donald Trump has denied.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back. What did she say? I missed all of that. What did she say? She said something that actually sounded important. Hold on. Number one, you got a sergeant in arms in a court, in a hearing. You should not have sergeant at arms. Nobody should have any damn arms. The only people who should be armed in the court are the citizens. Those are the only people. None of the kings, none of the lords should have any damn arms. That's number one. So why they got sergeant at arms? But what did she say? She said,
Arms will restore order in the gallery.
I caught one thing. Did y'all hear that? She said one thing that was very important. She said, I do not consent. Did you hear that? Is that one of y'all? Who was that? Michelle, is that you? Rabbi Mary, is that? Who's that? Did you go down there? Where's my representation? Oh, y'all, we might have got one. Did one of y'all get in there? We might have got one in there. I do not consent. Where is my representation? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is how we might have got one in there. Well, y'all didn't there because the liberals outside. Y'all let the liberals outside, the conservatives, and you got one real person in there. I do not consent. Number one, you should not be consenting to illegitimate rule over your body or anybody's body around you. And two, I am not being represented. Are you being represented by your government? I know I'm not. That's why I don't take them seriously. They're not my government. I don't actually have a government. My government doesn't exist. And I think if you look at your government and your prime minister, are they representing you? Are they from where you're from? Do they know anything about you? Do they ask you? I think nations are too big anyway. I got upset the other day. I was telling somebody, said, what do you mean Venezuela shouldn't exist? I said, nah, it shouldn't exist. Why? Because there's a lot of people who live within the colonizers' borders they call Venezuela who don't want to be there. I agree with them. I think when you're born, it's your right to go live the way you want to live. I think we got one in there, y'all. I think Sharon, was that you? I think Sharon the snuck in there and said, I do not consent. You know, and they got the sergeant arms. They probably right. Let's go watch the rest of it. That's what I'm saying. When you hear somebody that says something that's right, that's when you key in. You hear somebody fighting about the side effects, you just ignore that nonsense. She got it. I like her, whoever she is.
Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery. The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery. The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery.
Donald Trump has denounced how Democrats conducted themselves by likening their actions to mob rule. Well, my colleague Neil Harvey.
Donald Trump accused him of democracy, huh? And he's right, too. He accused them of democracy because that's what democracy is. It's a mob rule, right? Because that's what you do. Oh, where's my stormtrooper picture? Let me go back. Because this is exactly what's happening. This is why I got stormtroopers behind me. You get your degree, you go out, you raise your little kids, and y'all become stormtroopers. Angry mob. You got your uniform on. You got your 10 checks. You believe in this. Okay, now go vote, go riot, go protest, don't think. And this is exactly where we are. This is why we are in this apocalypse, because you're acting like stormtroopers and you need to be acting like people. But Donald Trump was right. And you know how crazy this is? Like, think about the crazy times we're in. Because I grew up with Donald Trump. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious that Donald Trump actually sounds like he's the sane one in all of this nonsense. Well, the sanest one is the lady. And then he can come out, because you know, this is how it goes too, right? It's a shame that I got to explain this to some damn adults. You get trolled, right? Like you're saying, like, we're having a conversation, we're talking, where everything's important, we're acting like adults and we're mature. And then you get trolled and because they tweet and they push a button like, button. And Donald Trump will come in, he'll do something and push their button because he's immature. He's a billionaire. But he's a troll and he's good at it. The guy, he's known, famous on Twitter apparently. And he comes in, he gets you mad, and now you're mad. Now you're flipping out. Now you look like the immature, crazy, insane one. Hey, ho, the Constitution has got to go. Hey, with the Bill of Rights, we don't need none of that. You know, and I'm just like, and then Donald Trump said, and then he'll step back. And he'll say something mature. He'll say something like, yeah, the guys are acting like an angry mob. I'm like, no, that's not Donald Trump. He's a troll. He's a billionaire. He ain't care nothing about us. He's an elite. But he's got you acting like a damn stormtrooper fool. At 45 years old. All right, let me stop. What else is something?
Earlier discussed the issue with Scotty Nell Hughes, RT America's evening news host. She thinks that Kavanaugh's confirmation highlights the deep split in America just ahead of November's midterm elections.
Midterms, that's what this is all about.
Pull it back and say, no, facts matter. We actually need to see what we have hard evidence on. That might hurt long-term the women's movement here in the United States, as many women were supporting the accuser just because they felt like accusers had not been heard recently in the United States. This is 1 year to the day of the Me Too movement happening. On the other hand, in the end, people needed to make sure that there was evidence, and I think that's the reason why you saw so many GOP senators who might have been wavering actually go on and push the confirmation through.
Do you think we can equate support for Trump's man as support for Trump himself?
Hold on. We shall overcome someday. Did y'all catch that? We shall overcome. That's right. Y'all catch that? We're going to overcome someday. No, we're not. We ain't coming down. The whole thing's going to collapse and fall apart because there's some stupid stormtroopers fighting for the deep state. That's fine. On different sides of it. No, we won't shall overcome. No, and Me Too, that's not going to happen, Me Too. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen until you start being me everybody. When you me everybody, it'll work. When Black Lives Matter becomes all lives matter, white lives matter, all lives matter, when y'all start focusing on Yemen and the women, they're being starved and shoved in holes and raped, when you focus on everybody, And American lives aren't the only important one. When you stop checking the political party of somebody who did the rape or somebody who got raped before you get to start supporting them, then people actually think that you have integrity and you are ingenuous. Until then, you're just crazy as everybody else. When you're a human being, then this is done. Then we can do something. We ain't overcoming nothing. Right now, the elite shall overcome. The elites will overcome. Where they at? I get my solidarity. I never got that little fun. The elite shall overcome every day. Y'all got me singing old Negro spirituals. What the hell? This is how crazy this is.
Do you think we can equate support
and they got the kids
for Trump's
there too.
man as support for Trump himself?
They're going to try to. Whether that's true or not, it's up to everybody. I don't think this issue has won people over to cross over the lines and either be for or against President Trump. It just shows how deeply divided America is right now, and that's very interesting. 4 weeks out from a midterm election for President Trump, everything right now is for or against President Trump. There's no sort of I like him, but I don't support his policies. It is truly a very partisan, divided country, and unfortunately, as has come out recently, a lot of the...
That's a lie. Stop it. Stop it. Lie. What is her name? Her name is RT Washington, D.C. You're lying, RT. You're lying. You just lying. You're making it all up, Miss Washington, D.C. You're lying. There are adults who actually care and understand that it's not just Trump or no Trump. It's just not Republican or Republican. They understand that that's all the same team. They understand that it's people who want to talk politics. There are 3 groups in America. 3 groups. I think it's 3 groups. You got the group that has no idea what the hell is going on in the political group, both sides. You got the people who don't give a damn. They realize that we know what, we don't have no control in none of this. They're stupid. They don't understand, and they just backed away from everything. They don't even care. They went back to the farm. They're just living their lives, watching football or doing something. And there's the people who are like, no, we're not really participating. We don't consent, but no. You're both crazy. You're both working for the same industries, the same elites, and they do that by making you an American bigot based on how you're born. Stop letting the elite play you. There are 3 sides in this war, and we're not winning. This is why the elite's winning, because she can go on mainstream media TV. This is why what happened to about 30 people over here and about 10-something people on YouTube, a couple people on Periscope. Because I got 60, 70 people watching this right now. If they're not lying about the view counts, which I think that they are, but that's not a really story. And I'm this news broadcast right here, this lady, Miss RT, Miss Washington, D.C. lady, everybody watching her.
Issues that came out over the Kavanaugh has been because of the media and the dishonest media here in the United States that were showing on both sides, putting out allegations that kind of showed they had more of an agenda than just reporting the facts.
And that's funny, and she owned the facts. I own the fact lady. Thank you, Miss Washington, D.C. Everybody's like, Miss Washington, D.C., thank you, lady. All right, I'm going to look at the comments. All right, I'm sorry. I had a little fun on that one. I didn't mean to go that far, but it's just ridiculous. This is why I'm saying I don't take them serious, and I don't take it serious, because they're not being serious. They want me to take it serious, and it's not. They're all just stormtroopers, and they want me to pick up a laser gun and go fight. Now, I'm not interested in that. They want me to go be before I do that, y'all want to see the Antifa fight? I was kind of curious as who they were fighting. I don't know if I got that queued up. They're fighting somebody. I don't know who it was, but I think maybe I got to show that to kind of sum all of this up. The ridiculousness of being a stormtrooper and fighting for billionaires. What they say? Nazis go home. Is that a bet? Oh, there goes the urn. Oh, there goes the Yo, security. You got pee on him. Hang on. Is that? Listen. Hold on. I got to stop this. If you got pee that turns white after a while and then put that on, look, it's all on his face and his eyes. No, security. That's why security y'all going to jail today. That's the only time I agree with jail. All right, if you throw some urine that's so old that it's got white bubbles in it and you get it on somebody's face like that, yeah, you got to go to jail. I'm sorry, I know you're a kid, you're under 26, you're at the university in Antifa. You thought they were right, you were raised to be that way, but you got white urine, you're an alien. No, that's them fighting words. Security, take the badge off, all that stuff. You've got that. Oh my, wait a minute, is that security? Is that the, hey, wait a minute, where is this? Where is this? Rhode Island. This is Rhode Island State House. What? Wait a minute, hold on, whoa. Outside the Rhode Island State, this is Rhode Island. I thought this was the crazy place. What's the crazy town they fighting everywhere in Washington, Seattle? I thought it was them with the Birkenstocks. I thought they were throwing. This is crazy. Do y'all see this? I don't even know. You know what? I don't even know who they're fighting. And I don't think they know who they're fighting. They just got red, white, blue flags, so they must be the enemy, I guess. Oh, at least he got a helmet. Oh, this guy got it all on his neck. Oh. Oh, I gotta read the signs. All right, that got me interested in that. Y'all got white urinal people. I gotta read now. So I heard them yelling USA on one side and the other side. This is why it's important. If y'all gonna do a protest and a rally, you need to make it very obvious why you were there protesting and rallying and throwing urine at people. Because I can't understand it. What was that sign say? Free speech. Oh yeah, you gotta fight them. That's it. They said the sign said free speech. That's worth fighting. Fight against free speech. Nazi, wait a minute, Nazi something. Hold on. It's crazy. Black Lives Matter. Okay, I'm gonna address this for a minute. I'm not gonna watch no more of this. These people are nuts. All right, I love y'all. I love y'all. Important. You're doing important work. Yeah. When will Black Lives matter? When white lives matter. That's when they will. Not a second before. When Hispanics' lives matter. When Asian lives matter. When everybody's life matter. That's when lives will matter. Until then, only elite lives matter. You know why? Because this system is so locked up. So locked up. It gets you from a youth. It gets you from the very beginning. Because they raise you to think that you are black. They raise you to think that you are white. Where's my brainwashing kid? This is why. This is when no matter. When you don't see just yourself, when you see other people as important as you, when you see other people got just as many problems as you got, and you stop standing up for yourself, because you think you're standing up for yourself, you're not. You're actually standing up for the brainwashing they gave your parents that they gave you. They made them ignorant, nescient, and they handed it to you. That's when no matter. Don't matter, because you know why? Because black people, I'm talking about this for a minute. Black people, you can't take on any damn thing. I hate to say it, I've been watching y'all my whole life. You failed, and you're gonna fail. The system is designed to make you fail. They make sure there are enough of you that you will fail. You can have all the afros, dashiki, African, all you want, and you're not changing the laws. They will lock you in prison like you are nothing. White folks, y'all believe that's what you are. You will not win. You won't fail. You're poor white. They don't care nothing about you. The elite couldn't give two damns. When they go to the golf course, they're golfing with Hispanics and Asians and blacks that all got money, and they're laughing at all of you stupid people. They don't care. You don't have the numbers. The laws are locked up to keep you on that side and them on that side, so you can't change anything. But you can get out in the street, you can yell, scream. You can get your flags, Dixie flag, and you won't change anything. But I love that though. I love it though. I love it. This is why I love it. Because the only way out of this is if you grow up. The only way out of this is love. That's why I love it. The only way out of this is if we show the human race actually can grow up. Can it? This is why I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because I think all of this is designed this way. Because if we are a bigoted species, if we are that stupid that we can't figure out what's going on after a couple hundred years, that we're going to keep doing the same stupid things, thinking that it's going to change anything, realizing the only fight in the history of the human race is elites versus everybody else. The kings and lords versus everybody. If we can't figure it out, we shouldn't be here. This should not be our planet. We don't deserve to exist. We need to go the way of the dinosaurs, unless something else come along. Something that's actually capable of growing up. Looking at a problem and doing root cause analysis of some critical thought. Realizing that knee science. Agreeing with WikiLeaks that the kings and the lords that have always been killing us aren't allowed to have any more secrets. Because damn sure the public can't have no secrets. Y'all ain't nothing secret. You ain't got nothing secret, right? Right now, I got 10, 20 deep state agency people watching me with fingers on a button for the ISP to do this, whatever. Know what size is his draw. They know everything about me. They know where I live. They know what size my drawers are. Knew who the first wife was, the girlfriend was. They knew everything about me. All my kids are, where they at, what they doing right now, what they talking about. They got everything. They got it all on lockdown. And as soon as they roll out 5G, they'll be able to correlate it and just make it all work. If you have no idea who the enemy is, baby, we shouldn't be here. That's why I'm not worried about none of it. So the brother asked me the other day, he said, I told him I have total peace. He said, you're naive. I'm naive about my total peace. No, I have total peace in it. I'm good whatever y'all want to do. Y'all want to keep fighting like that, I'll laugh. Then we'll go the way of the dinosaur. I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with that. I'm at total peace with it. I just think that the earth needs solutions. I think that's what he was trying to tell me. The other thing he said to me, he said, well, you're desperate looking for solutions. I said, no, I actually got my solutions. I'm good to go. I just want everybody to be good to go. I think that the earth needs solutions, not me. And we got a dialogue to get to those solutions. We have to listen to everybody and find everybody's plight and everybody's pain. And that's how we solve things. Don't solve things in ignorant stormtrooper rally costumes and protests, pretending that you are something that the elite told you are at birth. Some slave masters and plantation tycoons, and they told you that's what you were. You're a color. You gotta be smarter than that, that's all. Please stand in line. Get your flag and t-shirt. Exactly, Sharon, that's how it works. Get your flag, get your t-shirt. This is what you should believe in. This is what you are. This is what... And it's crazy. Adults who are looking for leaders to lead them. I have no idea. But I love them. I used to be that too. I used to be, yeah, I need a leader. Who's my leader? I need a plantation master. I needed one. I was looking for one. I don't look for one now. Grown. You don't need nobody to lead you. You're an adult. Phyllis said I got her cracking up. I don't have you cracking up, Phyllis. They do, because this is crazy. This is nuts. They do. That's why I laugh at this every day. More studying, less pussy hat parade. We need no pussy hat parades, Michelle. I'll go along with you on that one. More studying, figure out what the actual problem is, talk to the other side, because they're intellectuals too, and they got legitimate gripes that you need to understand. Roll out your solution, see if it fits for everybody, and if it doesn't, take it back into the wheelhouse and fix it up a little more and try to roll it back out. Stop with the authoritarianism. Stop telling people what to do. It's up. I've booted from this site. Oh, you've been booted from the site 5 times, Rebecca. Yeah, like I said, you got a whole bunch of them. They got the buttons. They'll press it like, no, he's saying, don't be a slave. If he's saying don't be a slave, you know, they'll hit the ISP bandwidth, they'll slow it down because they need you to be a slave. They need people raising these little stormtroopers. And I'm saying millennials, don't listen. Don't listen. You're smarter than that. Be an upgrade to your parents. Your parents are good people, though. They're not bad people. They're good people. A little clueless, a little lost. They didn't drink a lot of clean water and their brain's not doing what it needs to. That's okay. Some of them got books to sell. Some of them have careers based on racism. They wrote some Black Pride books. They wrote some Hispanic Pride books. You know, they wrote some white Pride books. You know, they got lifestyles based in racism. That's okay. They don't get it yet. But you know, the thing is, you can teach them. It's like I tell my boys all the time. They actually raised me more than I raised them. They did. They grew me up. You can grow your parents up too. You're 26. 32. I don't know when the millennial thing stops. But y'all can rule the world. You can change the world. I think I was watching something. They said there's a party called Democratic Socialist or something like that. You're not going to change the world that way, though. Guys, it's got 50,000 members. I appreciate y'all. And you're trying to solve something. but it got the words socialist and Democrat in it. You're not going to have the people in the group that you need. They give us these words to get other people to fight you, right? That's a stormtrooper costume. You need a name that doesn't trigger any identities. You need a name that is neutral. And then you need a message that is neutral. And then you need a solution that applies to everybody. And then it's easy. There's nobody to fight. Here's a hint. When most people have 99% of everything in common, and they all want the end result to look like the same thing, your problem is your solution, not a fight. There's nothing you got to fight. You already got all the numbers on your side. 99% of they all got the same enemy, the same plight, and want to get to the same place for their kids. You just haven't presented a solution in a way that's widely embraced. So you don't have anything to fight. So I'm not a violent guy. I'm not into all the get your guns, let's go fight, get some signs and offend people with some urine balloons. No, I'm not that guy. All you got to do is talk. You already got the numbers. Human beings got the numbers. People who want liberty and peace and freedom and water and food be taken care of, you already got that. Now we got the robots. Nobody has to provide it but a damn robot and an AI. But they don't want that to happen. We talked about yesterday, because they want to use the AI and the robots to murder people and steal their resources and steal their countries. And the only way they can do that is if they can get you in the street in a stormtrooper costume fighting some other stormtroopers over things that won't change and do not matter. That's why. All right, let me go back to comments. Get the rolling. Brainwash idiots. Yes, Ivana, they're brainwashed. I won't go so far to call them idiots. I try not to get on the name. I know sometimes I call people stupid. I try not to. I slip and I do that. But they're brainwashed. But they're good people, right? They got the passion. They just don't have the data. And a lot of them are knee-signed, not ignorant. And those are the ones we got to reach. So I try to change how I talk. I'm working on it. But it's look, because I see it, I'm like, that's stupid. Why would you? Now I try to pull myself back. But if we don't disrespect people when we talk, I think the knee-signed ones will listen. You know, we explained to them that we used to be bigots too. We used to turn on people because their skin was a certain color, or they weren't as important as we were, or we needed more than what they do. You know, we were men, or because they were women. Just stupid stuff. Control over our resources matter. That's it, Ty. That's all they want. It's all about control over resources. That's it. It's what it's always been about. It's not about money. It's not about anything other than control over resources. That's it. And you do that by getting the dumb monkeys fighting each other in costumes. That's it. That's how it works. Yeah, somebody should make a gif about the protest chants. It's just ridiculous. They probably weren't even Nazis. What were they in Washington? They were the Patriot Prayer. They just wanted to go pray to Republican Jesus and talk about free speech and the Bill of Rights. They weren't even Nazis. You know, it's just silly, dumb stuff. Okay, she said, I do not consent. Right, Rossi, and that's how we know that's one of our people. That's somebody reading a book. That's somebody paying attention. That's somebody reading a Wanda link. Y'all don't watch. Y'all don't look at the Wanda links. You need to look at the Wanda links. Her name is Wanda Lee. When she posts the link, you go to it and read it. She had me blown away yesterday. Oh my goodness. I gotta tell you about this real quick. I clicked on the link for, she posted it yesterday for a 9/11. It was the link about the cartoons. Now, a lot of y'all have already seen it. It's the link, it shows in the 80s, all the different cartoons, all the different TV shows that talked about 9/11, the WWF, all of the everything, the imagery talking about the Twin Towers falling, and it's insane. Because like first I clicked on it, and I was kind of like, okay, you know, they predicted 9/11 long time ago. I was thinking about quantum physics and everything, and time travel and everything, humans coming back and everything, and I stopped. I said, wait a minute. I started thinking about MK Ultra. I started thinking about, you know, the power of suggestion. I remember when we were kids, we used to go to the drive-in theater. I know young people, you have no idea. What the hell is a drive-in theater? Was he crazy? We used to drive into the theater. You take a blanket and a pillow and you sit back and you watch the movie. This is what we used to do. But they would flash pictures of popcorn. They were very suggestive. Like they'd put them between reels. You really don't know what reel is? Don't had no idea that. Okay, the movies used to have, they come on wheels and you put the wheel on, it was a reel and it would play and there were frames and they would go past, and they put popcorns every now and then. And you would start thinking, huh, I want some popcorn. I want some GMO popcorn. And then everyone, there would be lines at the concession stand all at the same time. What they figured out, they were putting the slides for popcorn pitchers. So I'm thinking about that 9/11 thing. Where the FBI? FBI, I know y'all here, bastards. I love y'all. Hey, FBI, how y'all doing? Y'all need to pay attention to this part. Somebody, it looks like, because the evidence was hard. It was like an hour long. Just tape after tape after tape after clip after clip, all throughout the 80s, all the sitcoms, the commercials, all of that stuff, where they were showing images of the Twin Towers being attacked. Planes crashing into them, bombs going off, them collapsing, flying, G.I. Joe even flying between them with airplanes. There was a TV ad that had a 747 flying between them. It was crazy if you really look at it. It almost looked like, if y'all allow me to go on a conspiracy ledge for a second, it almost looked like somebody was suggestively slipping in the imagery to attack the Twin Towers. Interesting. And then, of course, the insurance policy a month before the Twin Towers were attacked. A lot of our world's problems came from 9/11. FBI, Homeland Security, y'all know y'all watching me right now. This is what y'all need to be working on. Somebody attacked America, and America's murdered 5 million people since. It just seems. It seems like y'all looked up MK Ultra. You need to know what your governments are up to. That's why WikiLeaks exists. It almost looks like some billionaire back then bought all these little ads and imageries and cartoons and this, that, and the other. And maybe they were hoping the attack would come from America or something, but it went all over. And finally, just the right amount of terrorists, it was brainwashed into their head. Because when I think about 9/11 and the Twin Towers falling, I do feel like I've seen that before. It almost seems like a form of mind control. And what a great scam to convince somebody to do something and then to buy the Twin Towers and buy a massively ridiculous insurance policy that's well beyond what you need, and then to get away with billions. I don't know. Like I said, I like root cause. I like root stuff. So that's my thought. I looked at it, but watch Wanda Links. I call her Wanda Link. Wanda Lee. Wanda Lee is always pumping something powerful. If you ever see her on anybody's thread posting a link, you need to follow it. Because you don't have to believe everything, but educate yourself. Educate yourself. The world, truth is stranger than fiction. I think through fiction, they probably give us our truths. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, that blew me off. That was a deep Wanda Link. I enjoyed that one. All right, the last couple comments, and I'm gonna get out of here. Let me see. Talking Head songs. On the road to nowhere. Yes, Brother Mark, and we have to keep saying it. On the road to nowhere, you're not solving anything. You're not fighting anything. You're fighting for billionaires. You're fighting for the elite. You're fighting to keep the problems in the world, not solve anything. Stop putting on stormtrooper costumes. Soon you won't even be able to go off grid anymore. Everywhere in the world will be monitored and controlled. The game they play expands every day. Exactly, Ty, and that's why they're pushing everybody into cities. We already know about, we know about that. Keep saying it. These people are knee science on these things. That's my word of the day. Thank you, brother, for giving me that word. Solidarity. Antifa is outside of DC, outside law. They fought alt-right. Okay, yeah, I know they tried to, Michelle, but I think they fight for the deep state. I think that's my problem. My problem is if you're fighting for the elites, you're in the wrong fight. If you're fighting other poor people, you're in the wrong fight. If those poor people don't have what you need, why are you fighting? It makes no sense. They're not the ones who you need to be fighting. You need to be fighting the ones who control your resources. That's the elite that give you the message and tell you to go out and fight the alt-right. Alt-right, same damn thing. Don't fight other poor people. They don't have what you need. Like, why would you fight them? It's like in a daycare and the teacher got the Legos and you got the kids and they're fighting each other, like, slapping each other. Like, no, fight the teacher. She got the Legos, man. She got the Lincoln Log. She's the one with the teddy bear. Why would y'all fight each other? You're not gonna get the teddy bear hitting that little girl in the face. That's just stupid. More stuff. Yeah, we got that one. That one go down the bottom. Go down the bottom. So what's happening on YouTube? Hey, Jamie. You know about the laughing Israelites during the attack on New York, right? Whoa! No, Jamie, I didn't know that. I had no idea, Jamie, on YouTube. They were laughing during the 9/11 attacks? It's interesting, Jamie. I remember they showed us laughing Arabs. They didn't show us laughing Israelis. That's interesting. You got a link, post it. I'll take a look at it. In your live stream, I have a permanent live video interrupted, yet it's not playing. Or yet it's playing. Yeah, Sharon, they do that. They're perfecting their software. They're going to shut this down. That's why I said, if you're not subscribed to people on multiple platforms, you need to. I have a YouTube channel. I've got a Periscope. I've got a Instagram. I even got a Twitter. In fact, I almost know how to tweet now. I think I did a retweet the other day. And I stopped typing in tweeter.com. So I'm actually getting to the website. Eventually they'll shut it down. Facebook doesn't run Facebook. NATO, that organization that works for NATO, they're media facing. They actually control what goes on Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg has nothing to do with it. And they have no interest in people talking about human rights. Michelle says she hasn't been kicked out shockingly once today. They're perfecting their software. That's all I'm saying. They're constantly, and being a software engineer, that's why I always look at it. I look at what they're trying to do. That's how I know they play with the view counts. That's what I was talking about the other day. I had two devices going, and on one device, the view count was doubled than on the laptop. You know, and that's indicative of a procedure in their software utilized to modify the view counts. Why would that even be there? That has no reason to exist. The only reason that exists is because eventually you do want to start playing with the view counts, because that's what people jump into. So I don't trust any of the view counts because I know they have procedures to actually do that. There's no reason to write a procedure to do that unless you want to control what people look at. Collective mind foreshadowing. Exactly, Rebecca, and that's what I think it is. So anybody in Homeland Security, FBI, y'all listen to Rebecca, y'all need to be investigating that. Somebody caused World War III, or they trying to, and we need to stop it. It's probably the same people who killed JFK, if you ask me. Subliminal messages, absolutely, absolutely. Back in the day, we actually had courses in industrial psychology. Yes, Glenn, they don't have it anymore. There's no psychology no more. I mean, at the collegiate level, you might have a little bit, but they don't want people thinking about that. I think they use psychology against us. They use our genetics against us. They use our smiles and our cries. They control our smiles and our cries. That's what movie was that from? Training Day. They control our smiles and our cries. And that's how you make a human being into a stormtrooper. You control the things that makes it happy, and you control the things that makes it sad, and you convince it needs things that it does not need. If you don't know who Edward Bernays is, if you don't know the art of propaganda, you need to spend a little time today looking up Edward Bernays. Anyway, look for the last comment. I'm gonna get out of here. Let me see. Film clips, if you watch the news, are propaganda about the Arabs laughing, fake propaganda. Exactly, Brother John, that's what they do. They control the smiles and the cries, and they make you upset. Because I remember, John, I felt it too. I was watching, and you see all these laughing people, and I would say they were either Gaza, or they were Palestinians, I remember that. And that didn't really make me mad on the surface, but I think I felt like, I'm like, man, we killed 2,000 Americans, they laughing at us. They're controlling us. And that's if anything. I'm saying don't be controlled. I'm not laughing at you. If you catch me laughing, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm laughing that we are adults and all of this is obvious and we keep playing into their narratives. I'm laughing because the people who wrote this system are geniuses and it works like a charm and we need to break it down. Miko says computerized. We need to stop being computerized. We need to stop being computers. You're not a computer. You're a human being. You have your own thoughts, your own love, your own smiles, your own cries. You control that. Don't let elites control you. Anyway, Gerard, gotta go. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all to death. Now, that was kind of fun.